Hi everyone, in this episode I thought I would do a chicken pasta. I know that most people on keto, or when they start the keto journey, they do miss a good pasta. So today I'll show you what I do when I convert a normal sort of pasta into a keto one. Let's get started. Now that we've got everything prepared and ready to go, turn on my cooktop. So we'll start it on a 9. We'll add the avocado oil. This is a new one. I love the flavour of avocado oil as well, so just put a good splash. So I'll cook off the leeks first with the garlic. Break those up to smaller pieces. Just brown that off slightly. I just find that if you get everything prepared beforehand, because it's quite a quick meal, just makes life a lot easier. Because there's quite a lot of cooking that I need to do. A minute or so is fine. We'll add the bacon. Helps bring the fats in. Okay, we'll add the chicken. Cooking on its highest heat just means that once you add all these raw ingredients in, you won't be losing the heat to keep it frying as you go through the process. Once the chicken gets partway cooked through, I'll add the mushrooms. So now I'll add the mushrooms. Just need to wait now for that chicken to cook through a little bit and for the mushrooms to cook. Okay, so we're about 3/4 of the way cooked through on the chicken, and it's at this point that I'll add the vegeta stock powder. As I said, I just find a tablespoon of this sprinkled over helps season the dish. I won't put any salt in with that because that would be awful. Pop in some pepper, freshly ground pepper. Give that a mix around. So it's all mixed through. We can add the stock and the cream. So this is a cup of stock. Choose whichever chicken stock you prefer. And then we pop in the cream, which is 300 mils. Scrape out. And then we just mix that all the way through until we have a nice consistency. Okay, so now I'll just let this simmer for about 10 minutes just to reduce off some of that stock to make it a little thicker. If you do want it even thicker than that, you can reduce it further or add some xanthan gum, because xanthan gum will thicken the top for you. Okay, so we'll leave this now for 10 minutes and we'll come back. It's now been simmering. I brought it up to just before the boil, and then brought it back down to simmer for the last 10 minutes or so. And now I've prepared half a cup of parmesan, which I'll pop in now, which is just to, one, help thicken the sauce, but also it gives a lovely flavour through it. Just to melt that off. And then we add, just need to pop up the, so from a simmer, go up to a medium to hot. So mine's sitting at a 7 out of 9 temperature on the cooktop. And this is when we add this pasta. Now this pasta comes in a sealed packet, and for some reason they always pack it so you have to, that's where you open it up, but it always sits at that end. They pack it the wrong way around. So I'll just give it a little flick to move the pasta down. So as I said, this is heart of palm. Kind of tastes a little bit like bamboo sprouts that are quite young. It's really quite a nice texture. And it just requires 5 minutes cooking in the sauce. So just pop that in the sauce. This can also be in the refrigerator overnight, or it can go in the freezer to preserve it as well. So I popped 2 in because I've made enough. This will probably feed 2 and give us another 2 meals, which I'll pop in the freezer for another day. There's another good reason for this meal is that you can spend you can actually spend little time making it, but it gives you sort of 4 good hearty meals out of it. So we just pop that in, and I use the tongs just to spread the pasta out. As you can see, it's quite firm. It's good. It's a good pasta replacement. Makes you feel like you're having good old-fashioned flour pasta. So once you've spread it out, separated it just to get all that flavour through, just leave it to cook for 5 minutes. So it doesn't need long. So we'll leave that for a further 5 minutes, and then we're good to tuck in. Okay, so as you can see, it's thickened up nicely, and we have probably about 30 seconds to go before it's been on for its 5 minutes. Just giving it a stir through. This pasta holds really well. Just turn that off. It's well and truly finished. So firstly, I obviously grab out some pasta with the tongs. Just have it in a big bowl. Get some of the sauce. How beautiful that is. It smells delightful. Nice big bowl full. Just finish it off with some parsley. It's fresh from the garden parsley. So there we have it. Chicken pasta with bacon and mushroom with a creamy sauce.